Hey Warriors!
I'm Tom.
And I'm Jerry.
And we're your anchors.
Welcome to this week's episode.
Join FCCLA at the Jazz game playing the 76ers on November 16th.
We will take a bus down and have a guest speaker from the Jazz organization, watch the Jazz have a warm-up, and have access to the upper boxes.
You have to have proof of vaccination or have a negative COVID test in the past 3 days to enter the arena.
See the flyers that are hanging up around the school for the QR code to purchase tickets.
Please notify Mrs. Arthur if you are going. First 50 only.
Little known fact, basketball is a sport.
Really?
Yeah, and our sports guys know that as well.
Let's send it over to Ian and Tyler.
Hey Warriors, we're your sports guys here with another sports update.
We would like to recognize the following Warrior athletes for earning the academic All-State in their respective sport.
Enya Banks in tennis, Gracie Hound in soccer, and Max Mortensen in golf.
Along with James Steele, Cameron Sheen, Courtney Giebel, and Megan Morris in cross country.
Congratulations to our football team for destroying the Silver Wolves last week.
Speaking of football, we recently interviewed the head coach of our football team.
Let's go take a look at that.
Hey Warriors, I'm here with Coach A, the head coach of the Weber football, and we're here to ask him some questions. So, what has made you so successful this season?
I think our biggest success has been our seniors, really. We have a good group of seniors, a lot of guys that have played a lot of football together, and our guys just get along. So it's been a fun year. It's fun to be around all these guys, and I think the seniors have a big part of our success.
Okay, that's nice. And how do you feel about beating Fremont?
I mean, it's always good to beat those guys, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what the sport is or what's going on. Good things happen when you beat the team out west, right? So it's always good to beat those guys, and we always know they're going to be ready to play. And, just excited that, we were able to come back and beat them. So it was a good game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay. And how are you using this first round bye to prepare for the games?
I mean, it's always kind of tricky because you don't want to do too much to where guys are super tired and aren't able to kind of rest and get healed up from just injuries and bumps and bruises. But, we got to stay locked in and focused and get ready for, the winner of the Layton Hunter game, and hopefully we're ready to go. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How can the student body and parents help support the team?
I think our student body's been awesome this year. Guys have been lights out, just super loud, great fans. The coolest thing is on game day to look up in the stands and everyone's wearing the same color, showing that Weber pride of, you go to a college game and everyone's wearing all the same color. That's what's cool is when everyone is standing on their feet, everyone's wearing red or black or whatever it is. It's cool. It's looking at opposing teams when they do that kind of stuff. It's cool to see the community, the parents, and the student body all united under one color, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's keep that school spirit up. And what role is having home field advantage going to be in this upcoming game?
It's going to be huge. I mean, we'll most likely probably play Layton again, and they came here for homecoming, and it was a tough, close game, and it has a big factor, especially we just talked about the students and the role they play, and it is awesome when it's just everyone's on their feet yelling and screaming, and it's super loud, and you can barely hear yourself think almost, but it's super fun. I know our guys get excited to play in that environment.
All right, thank you, Coach, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Well, Warriors, that's all we have for you this week, and we'll see you next time.
Guys, anyone interested in figuring out a crime scene, come be part of the Who Done It Crime Scene Host activity on Wednesday, October 27th.
It's right after school in Coach Connor's room. There will be really great cheese for everyone and a prize for the person who solves the case.
That's pretty intense.
Sometimes the U.S. Army is also pretty intense.
Tyson interviewed some active service members.
Let's see how that went.
All right, so I'm here with...
Staff Sergeant Courtney.
And do you just want to give us a quick overview of why you're here?
Absolutely. My name is Staff Sergeant Courtney. I am the official United States Army recruiter for Weber High School. Really looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you students here. If any of you have ever considered the Army, we have full-time as well as part-time positions, 150 careers to choose from, and it's certainly an adventure. So come and see us. We'll be here every couple weeks.
And is there any requirements that you have to meet?
If you talk to one of us, we'll be able to do a pre-qualification with you just to make sure that you would be qualified for service. But typically what you have to do to enlist, you have to take an ASVAB, which is a lot like an ACT or an SAT, and then we'll get you physically qualified as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Jerry, where does the general keep his army? Where? In his sleeves. Anyways, bowling, am I right?
All hosts and members at Weber High and all the high schools in the district are invited to a free fun night of bowling at the Weber State University on Monday, November 1st from 6 to 8 p.m.
Come help us kick off HOSA week.
Not only are there some new activities this year,
But there are so many new teachers too. Hey, we're on our way to interview some of the new teachers this year.
Okay, so one crazy thing that I did this time that I got injured and I was bleeding profusely out of my leg and I had to scale a cliff to get back up to go to the hospital to get stitches. So that was kind of crazy.
Something cool about me is I college rodeoed for Ed Scholarship for Weber State University.
Something crazy that I've done is after working a Brett Young concert, I went and hung out with their tour group and played some pool with them. It was fun.
So the craziest thing, I think, or probably the most fun thing I've ever done was I spent 7 days in New Orleans over kind of near the Christmas break and New Year's. And so I spent New Year's Eve on Bourbon Street, which was chaotic to say the least, but then got to coach in the Sugar Bowl the next day against Alabama. So that was really, really cool.
it was nice to get to know some of the new teachers. Let's send it back to the studio.
Thanks so much for watching this week's show.
Next week, we will be stealing the Declaration of Independence with Nicolas Cage.
And releasing our new mixtapes on SoundCloud.
Hot diggity dog.
Make sure to catch that Weber Fever from the words of Ed Sheeran.
Bye.